Hi everyone. Today we will be discussing a new topic, which is trigonometric equations of chapter number 3, trigonometric functions. Now what do you mean by trigonometric equation? An equation which involves or which have trigonometric functions of a variable is called a trigonometric equation. Okay? And see, here you have trigonometric equation is equations involving trigonometric functions of a variable. Now we know that after a period of 2 pi, the values of sine and cos both repeat. That means from 0 to 2 pi, whatever values have been considered for sine x and cos x, that will be repeating after 2 pi also. Okay, that is in between -1 and 1. Now for tan, we know that the period, that is a repetition of period, occurs after a period of pi. Repetition of values of tan will repeat after a period of pi. Okay, concerning these things, we have two things, that is two main points, which are principal solution and general solution. Now what do you mean by principal solution of a given trigonometric equation? The solutions of a trigonometric equations for which the values of x lie between 0 and 2 pi, but not including 2 pi, because at 0 whatever the value of the function is having, same will be the value for 2 pi also. So we are not including 2 pi. So in between 0 and 2 pi with 0 included. So those all solutions, that means when you consider as a quadrant, first, second, third and fourth quadrants, this total you have to consider. This is your actually 2 pi, a revolution of 2 pi is occurring here. So in this thing you have to find out how many values of x will give you the cos or sine value, or whatever trigonometric function you are taking, that will give you that value, so that you can find out the value of x in throughout this 0 to 2 pi. Okay, that's the meaning of the solutions of a trigonometric equation for which it lies between 0 and 2 pi, but it is not including 2 pi, it is also only having 0 as the value. Now when we talk about general solution, the expressions which will be having n in the answer, that is x equal to whatever you are getting, that will contain n, that means integer. So replacing that n with 1, 2, 3 etc., you will get the principal solutions. Okay, and principal solutions actually is from 0 to 2 pi, but for general solution you can find out the repetition values also. That means if you are getting two values in between 0 and 2 pi as a principal solution, for general solution, see, two values means if you are substituting n as 1 and 2 you are getting, suppose, but for 3, 4 etc. it will go on. So in general what we are writing as expression, that will be your general solution, otherwise it is principal solution. Okay. Now we are starting with exercise 3.4. The question is, find the principal solutions for the following equations. First question is tan x equal to root 3. So first we will write tan x is equal to root 3, that is tan x is equal to which value of tan is, that is which angle of tan is giving you root 3. So that is your tan 60, or you can say tan pi by 3. So I am just replacing root 3 with tan pi by 3. Okay, the equation is same. That means I can say that x is equal to pi by 3. But for principal, so one value of x is pi by 3. Okay, but we have to find out all the solutions. That is, principal solution means you have to consider the quadrants, this first, second, third and fourth. And you know that here all silver teacups. So what we have, root 3. Root 3 means it is positive value. For positive value, wherever you have that positive value for tan, you have in your first quadrant and in your third quadrant. That means first quadrant's value is your pi by 3, which is 60 degree. Now you have to go for another value which gives you positive, that is in your third quadrant. And how will you find out the value for third quadrant? Okay, so one value for x will give you pi by 3. Next value will be, it will be actually this, till this it is pi. So in order to get in this one, same 60 in the third quadrant will be in the form pi plus pi by 3. Okay, so the next value will be pi plus pi by 3. And what is pi plus pi by 3? It will be 3 plus 1. You will get 4 pi by 3. So the two values. Why we are stopping here? Because after this the revolution has been complete. That means principal solution are those solutions or those values of x which are lying between 0 and 2 pi. So after this, again it has to complete this revolution and come into the first quadrant in order to get the next value. That is not required for us in order to find out the principal value. Okay, so the principal solutions are pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3. Understood how we are calculating? In the first value means here if you have a positive sign, so you have to search wherever the given trigonometric function is having positive value. So in first quadrant and in third quadrant means first quadrant value you already got it as pi by 3 after comparison with the value. For the third quadrant you have to just go for pi plus. Now if it was second quadrant, then you have to go for pi minus. If it was fourth quadrant, you have to go for 2 pi minus the same quantity which you are getting in the first. Okay. Next question is second one, sec x equal to 2. So for that we will just first write what is the value of sec x or sec of which angle is giving you 2. So for that you have cos of pi by 3 is 1 by 2. So sec of pi by 3 will give you 2, the reciprocal. Okay. So I can write 2, instead of 2 I can write sec pi by 3. Now my purpose, so one value I got as x equal to pi by 3 because it is positive also. Now I have to go for the quadrant in which the other value will lie. That means 2 will repeat where? So this is your first quadrant, second, third, fourth, and you know here you have all to be positive. That's why I am getting x equal to pi by 3. That means it is 60 degree here. Now in which quadrant this cos is positive we have to see. So all silver teacups means in the fourth quadrant you have your cos to be positive means sec is also positive. Now for the fourth quadrant, how will be the value? You have to see first value will be x is equal to pi by 3 and the other value will be c. This is your 2 pi here till here. When you have that revolution, this will become 2 pi, and in fourth quadrant you have to make it as 2 pi minus the angle which you already got. So 2 pi minus pi by 3 will give you how much? That is 5 pi by 3, right? 6 minus 1 will give you 5 pi by 3. Therefore, you can say that the principal solutions are, one is 5 by 3 and the other one is 5 pi by 3. So till your 2 pi you have to find out all the values. Okay, how? Is it clear? Check out the values where it is positive, the quadrant where it is positive, and then find out the values of x. Third question is cot x equal to minus root 3. So we will start with cot x equal to minus, let it be there minus, and then we will find out for which value you will get root 3 as the answer. That is cot of which one? So cot of, for tan you have pi by 6 as root 3. So you will have, sorry, as 1 by root 3. So you will have cot as root 3, right? So you can write minus cot pi by 6. Understood? For tan you see and then take the reciprocal of that. Same angle will be there. Now here you cannot just make it as take the negative inside, because we want the values where it lie between 0 and 2 pi. And again where all cot is negative. Cot is negative where all your tan is negative, right? Tan is positive here in the third quadrant, and in the first quadrant tan is positive. Everyone is positive. So the things or the quadrants which you have are your second and third quadrant, sorry, the second and fourth quadrant where you have the cot value to be negative. So we have to make this value in such a manner that it becomes in the second and fourth quadrant. Now how we will take that? We have to take it as cot of, in the second quadrant we have to make the value as pi minus the quantity which you are getting. Okay, so you have pi minus pi by 6, and obviously pi minus pi by 6, cot of pi minus pi by 6 will give you minus cot pi by 6, right? Because it is in the second quadrant. So one value which you are getting is x is equal to pi minus pi by 6. Now for the other value, so this will, how much it will give you? 5 pi by 6, right? And the other value, for the second value, you have to make it in the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, it is made like 2 pi minus pi by 6. 2 pi till here minus a quantity will give you in the fourth quadrant. So 2 pi will give you, this is 12 pi minus pi, which is 11 pi by 6. So therefore the principal solutions are 5 pi by 6 and 11 pi by 6. Why? Because these both the values lie between 0 and 2 pi. Fourth question is cosec x equal to minus 2. Now for this we have to go for, not for the negative value, we have to go for cosec x is equal to, let it be like that, that negative sign, go for the value of 2. Where or at what angle you will get 2, that you have to see. So we know that 1 by 2 is the value of sine at the angle when the angle is pi by 6. So cosec pi by 6 will be 2. That means I can write as, this negative is taken here. Now for 2, instead of 2 I am writing cosec pi by 6. Okay, cosec pi by 6 is 2. Now we have to get minus 2. For that we have to go for again the quadrants where you have your cosec value to be negative. Cosec negative means sine is negative. Okay, so first quadrant and second quadrant we know that all and the sine. These first two quadrants have your sine value to be positive. That means we have to take the values from third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Now in order to get third quadrant, what this is pi means, pi plus something will give you third quadrant, and for fourth quadrant it will be 2 pi minus something. Understood? For second quadrant what we will do? Pi minus. For third quadrant we will do pi plus, and for fourth quadrant we will do 2 pi minus. So here we need in the third and fourth quadrant. So we will write x as, for the third quadrant we will have this pi plus which value? This value will take. Okay, pi plus pi by 6. So what you will get? 6, okay, 7 pi by 6. Again you have one more value which is your, in your fourth quadrant it will be negative. That means you have to write it as 2 pi minus that value which you are getting after comparison. So how much you will get? 2 pi, this is 12 minus pi which is 11 pi by 6. Okay, therefore both the values are in between 0 and 2 pi. Okay, now 7 pi by 6 and 11 pi by 6 both belong to closed 0, 2 pi open. Now this can also be used as a representation for your principal solution to be in this interval. Okay, it is same as 0 less than or equal to x less than 2 pi. Now you can say that since these two belongs to 0, 2 pi, principal solutions are 7 pi by 6 and 11 pi by 6. Okay. Next we are starting with miscellaneous exercise. Prove that first question is 2 cos pi by 13 cos 9 pi by 13 plus cos 3 pi by 13 plus cos 5 pi by 13 is equal to 0. So from the left hand side we will start, and this is in the form 2 cos A cos B. So that can be written as cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. So we will get cos of what is A and B pi by 13 plus 9 pi by 13 plus cos of pi by 13 minus 9 pi by 13. So cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. Remaining we are writing as such, that is cos of 3 pi by 13 plus cos 5 pi by 13. Okay. Now what we are doing, what you will get here, cos of 10 pi by 13 plus cos of, this will give you minus 8 pi by 13, and we know that cos of minus x is cos x. So this negative will go in the next step. Again cos 3 pi by 13 plus cos 5 pi by 13. Okay, so that we are just removing this, making it as 8 pi by 13 cos of 10 pi by 13 plus cos 3 pi by 13 plus cos of 5 pi by 13, since cos of minus x is equal to cos x. Okay. Now what we are doing is we are just comparing. Here you have 3 pi by 13 and here you have 10 pi by 13. So we are just rewriting this 10 pi by 13, or we can rewrite 3 pi by 13 as you wish. But how we are rewriting it as is pi minus, we are using this as the angle. So we will get pi minus 3 pi by 13. Take the LCM, what you get? 13 minus 3. 13 minus 3 is giving you 10. Okay, so I can rewrite cos 10 pi by 13 as cos of pi minus 3 pi by 13. 10 pi by 13 is written as pi minus 3 pi by 13. Now going for this next one, which is 8 pi by 13, and I am comparing it with this one. So comparing this two will give you that which value you have to match. Okay, so 8 and 13 means you have a combination with 5 only. So you can just make this 8 pi by 13 as, how we can write, pi minus this angle, 5 pi by 13. So 13 minus 5 will give you 8. That's why we are writing it as pi minus 5 pi by 13. Remaining again we are writing as such, plus cos 5 pi by 13. Now this is cos of pi minus theta. Cos of pi minus theta is minus cos theta, right? Cos of pi minus x will give you minus cos x. That is, it is in which quadrant? Second quadrant. Pi minus something is in the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant cos is having negative value. So you get minus cos 3 pi by 13 using that property. Again here you will have negative cos 5 pi by 13. Then you have same things, cos 3 pi by 13 and cos 5 pi by 13. So positive negative cancel and equal to 0, which is your RHS. Okay. Question number 2 is sin 3x plus sin x whole into sin x plus cos 3x minus cos x whole into cos x is equal to 0. So we will start with LHS. This is sin x plus sin y form. So we will use the formula as 2 sin of x plus y by 2 cos of x minus y by 2. So here you will get 2 sin of 3x plus x by 2 into cos of 3x minus x by 2, and you have a product as sin x, plus cos x minus cos y is minus 2 sin x plus y by 2 sin x minus y by 2. Both are sin. So you get negative 2 sin of 3x plus x by 2 sin of 3x minus x by 2. And it is into cos x. Okay. Now this will give you 3 plus 1 4 by 2 2. So you have 2 sin 2x. Here you will have 2x by 2. So it is cos x sin x minus 2. This will give you sin again 4x by 2 will give you 2x, and here you will have sin 3x minus x 2x by 2 sin x cos x. Check the terms, 2 sin 2x cos x sin x, 2 sin 2x cos x sin x. So you are getting it to be 0, which is your RHS. Okay, just application of the formula. Third question is cos x plus cos y the whole square plus sin x minus sin y the whole square is equal to 4 cos square of x plus y by 2. So again starting with LHS and using the formula of cos x plus cos y. What is cos x plus cos y? It is 2 cos of x plus y by 2 cos of x minus y by 2. And you have whole square here, plus sin x minus sin y is, you have 2 first cos angle, that is cos of x plus y by 2, then sin angle, which is sin of x minus y by 2. And again you have whole square here, right? Now again applying the whole square, you will get this to be 4. This will give you cos square of x plus y by 2, cos square of x minus y by 2, plus again 4 cos square of x plus y by 2 sin square of x minus y by 2. What you have in common for both the terms, you have 4 and cos square of x plus y by 2, right? So cos square of x plus y by 2 have been taken out. Remaining part is your cos square of x minus y by 2 plus sin square of x minus y by 2. And we know that for any angle which has same, that means your sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. So applying that property, you will get this to be 4 cos square of x plus y by 2 into 1, which is 4 cos square of x plus y by 2, which is your RHS. Okay. Question number 4 is cos x minus cos y the whole square plus sin x minus sin y the whole square is equal to 4 into sin square of x minus y by 2. So LHS will become cos x minus cos y is minus 2 sin of x plus y by 2 sin of x minus y by 2 the whole square plus sin x minus sin y will give you 2 first cos of x plus y by 2, then sine of x minus y by 2, again the whole square. So this will give you, negative will go, it will become 4 sine square of x plus y by 2 sine square of x minus y by 2 plus, this will give you again 4 cos square of x plus y by 2 sine square of x minus y by 2. What is common here? You just see, you have your 4 and sine square of which angle? X minus y by 2 is common. So remaining is your sine square of x plus y by 2 plus cos square of x plus y by 2. And this will give you, again this is having the same angle, both have same angle, and it is sine square of one angle plus cos square of the same angle will give you 1 here. So it is 4 sine square of x minus y by 2 into 1, which is equal to 4 sine square of x minus y by 2 equal to your RHS. So this property is your, since sine square x plus cos square x is equal to 1.